Hello, I'm the Ultra Spanker, and welcome back to another episode of the Minecraft Let's Play series. Last episode, we actually finished the exterior of the castle, so now we're ready to actually start the interior of the castle. I really want to start on, doing this main entrance and main pathway. This pink, or it's magenta, just this magenta wool, it looks really bad with all the other stuff around it, but we're actually going to fix it and make this main entrance look really good. So I think the first order of business is actually going to figure out where some pillars are going to be. I actually want some pillars, and I also want this pathway actually to extend to the very end. I'm just going to have like a nice little walkway through here, and I want some sort of pillars. I might just put one here and one here. Okay, yeah, I feel like that's a good spot for some pillars. One right there and one right there, so I can also have a walkway up here because I want a spiral staircase that goes upwards. So, what I want, oh, there's jelly, and I want actually stripped, logs going up, and then these as the side bits going like that, and this will continue upwards. What I want to do is replace some of this carpet like this with some purple wool just to like mix some color with it. I'm also going to get some other, kind of blocks that kind of fit in with this so it's not all just wool. And then also extending this pathway out just a tad bit this way. And here we go, just keep pressing the wool. This is honestly coming out very nice. And then also I just want to start a little pathway going this way with some pink wool. I might honestly put some wool right here, some purple wool right here. Yeah. And also, since we kind of have this thing going on with these pillars, I'll also put a pillar right here and a pillar right here. Oh yeah, that's symmetrical. Oh wait, that actually looks great. So then I could put some purple wool, yeah, in these spots too. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's looking nice. And then, okay, it's a little bit, no, that honestly, that looks good. I like that. Maybe right here, we'll, maybe put some just carpet, so then we can have a light source under there, so there's, like, light emanating. Honestly, this doesn't look half bad. We're gonna have to strip those and get more deep slate, but honestly, this is going really well. So actually I've run out of deep slate, so these are my last pieces of deep slate going into these stairs right here. I am going to have to go grind and get some more of these stairs, but for right now this will work, and I also should probably strip those right there. And I should probably state what my plan is for the interior of the castle, because I said I was going to do that in the last episode. So my plan is that spiral staircase upwards, we're going to have a floor right here following my cursor. It's going to end about here, and there's going to be like a balcony here, and all of this is going to be just like really wide open and stuff. Right here's probably going to be where all my chests are. I'm going to have like, a bunch of rows of chests all in this corner right here. And then right here, I'm going to have a nice pathway, and you look and see how open with all the windows, it looks really nice. I don't think I'm going to tell the plan for this in this episode what the plan for this room is, because I honestly don't have it all worked out, and I have a few ideas. I think they will work, but that can wait. But anyways, we're very low on resources. Like, this is my last 15 spruce logs. I have a lot of wool, but I can always use some more. And then I'm completely out of deep slate. And I also want to use some deep slate for the floors also. So I feel like we go for a little time lapse. I think I also need some tuff. I don't know how much tuff I have. I might need some of that. But we're going to go for a little time lapse and get as much of these resources as possible. So here we go. Time lapse time. And we're back, and I got a bunch of resources. As you can see, I got some tuff, some deep slate, and got a little bit more wool. And what I want to do since I'm back is I did a little bit of an experiment here and replace these steps with these whatever these steps are called. So, and I think they do look better. And then I also want to have the floor as this type of deep slate. So let me just replace all these stairs, then we can kind of get started on the floor design. And there we go, we have all these changed to these, and now I kind of want to do the floor with this, so let me make a bunch of those really fast out of all this deep slate. Okay, I got 2 stacks here, so let me get my shovel and let me dig out a little area so we can see if this even looks good or not. Okay, I dug out this area. I'm just going to place this with the polished deep slate here, and let's see if it actually looks good as the floor to our castle. Okay, I don't think this looks too bad, but I feel like it needs a little bit of variation. Maybe if we put a little bit of deep slate like this as like kind of a scratch mark or something. That was a misplaced. Yeah, doing a little bit of kind of alternating just a tiny bit with some deep slate. Yeah, that'll make it look good. Yeah, that works. I also want to extend this pathway to about here. This is where the tower is going to be, about right here. So we just break these 2 blocks and replace it with pink, and then this tower should extend to here. And speaking about the tower, we should probably do the little layout of where we want the tower to be. It's going to be enclosed, or should it be open so we can actually see the spiral staircase I'm going to build? That honestly might be better. Yeah, I feel like we keep it open so you can see the spiral staircase way easier. But I am going to actually mark where the center is. It should be right here, and then I'm going to need to build a staircase around this somehow. But right before we go and do that, I do want to do one thing here, and that is get that carpet going so we can have a little bit of a light source. Let me get my shears out here. Here we go. Break these, put some torches down, and a little bit of carpet on top just as a little light. Maybe in the future they won't be torches, so the smoke won't go through, and that little bit of fire, I might replace that with shroom lights later, but for right now that'll be fine. I should also mark out where this floor is going to be. It's going to be right there, but I need to know while making this spiral staircase. It should be about, this is where the floor needs to be, right there on that block. So bada bang, bada bang. It needs to reach to about here. So with all this in place right here, let's do the floor in this area and then start on this spiral staircase. Another amount of time-lapse time. Here we go. And there we go. This honestly looks really good. This spiral staircase, it was a little tough to make, but honestly, it looks really good. And this floor, I really like this floor. Everything really fits in. All we really need to do is finish up here the second story, make it over to here, and then remove all these torches and make an actual lighting source. And this, I just love this spiral staircase, just running up it. Ooh, this is so sweet. I did honestly have to do a little bit of just a horizontal thing here because it wouldn't fit. It would spiral to maybe about there and then end. So I had to do that. But this leads to a little thing I want to do. I actually want to do a few spruce logs, put them like that with a little bit of spruce slabs connecting them. Do something like that for that one, of course. And yeah, maybe even strip this. I think that looks good. Yeah, as like a little railing. And then I also want to do something like that here. Oh, it's dark. Do that, and then strip it, and boom, there you go. Add a little bit of light just so we know that's the end of it. I also might even put lanterns on here, but for right now, I'm just going to put a torch so this area is lighted up. I also should probably expand this floor out to there, just get this, floor done and dusted. So with the magic of editing, I'm just going to finish it real fast. And there we go. It is all finished. It is looking very nice, very pretty. I mean, not very pretty. It's just like a stone slab here. But this is where my bedroom is going to be, and kind of just like where my valuables and stuff. Not too much, basically just my bedroom. But what I do need to do is add another kind of railing here. I want to do the same thing I did over there with the slabs and the stripped spruce logs. So I want to do that really fast. So place a little bit of these logs every other one, and then the slabs between them, like, oh, not like that. Kind of like this. Here we go. And then obviously strip them. And there we go. We got a nice little balcony. I will probably add a chandelier coming off of there, but for right now, this is pretty decent. All we're really doing in this episode is just getting the layout done, not really decorating stuff. Next episode will definitely be decorating, but for right now, let's get all these layouts done. Yeah, something seems a little bit off with the balcony from down here, but I have an idea. What if I did something like that and strip it just so it kind of flows into the tuff? This might work. Yeah, honestly, that doesn't look too bad. I think that kind of flows and it really does fit. I like that. And now what I want to do is just do something really simple, really fast, and that is put a little bit of carpet here so it flows into that. I might honestly remove this one right here, replace it. Actually, no, maybe not. I think it actually works there. Okay, and now I feel like what we need to do is start extending this pathway, make it go to about here, and then make a left hook turn all the way down this little corridor bit here. It's pretty easy. I already have all the wool, so all I have to do is dig it out and replace it. I also feel like having a little design like, not like that, where the purple wool goes every 3. So it kind of alternates every 3 regular magenta wool, purple wool, you know, it keeps going on like that. So if I am going to do that, I should probably dye a few of these sheep purple and then breed them all just to get a few more sheep. And then obviously shear them to get all the wool that I need. So with a handful of wool, I can safely say I can build the rest of this little pathway here. We actually got a bit of an issue. These patterns don't really match around the turn. I'm gonna have to... what do I do here? Actually, what if I just did this and just removed the pattern like this? It kind of like stops here, you know, and then kind of picks up right here with these two right here. Oh, yes, that makes total sense. There we go. Yes. There we go. Rest of this is carved out, so now all I have to do is place the wool. So I will see you guys in a second once I'm done placing this wool. And here we go. The pathway, it was really easy to make, but now I have a way to walk through my castle. Well, I always had a way to walk through my castle, but now I have a designated pathway for that. Then I think there's only one more thing I want to do in this episode for the interior of this castle, and that would be to replace those torches under there with like shroom lights or something, and then also putting a light source right here and placing a carpet over it. So I got 3 shroom lights, and let me just break these and put the shroom lights down. Boom, no flame, just nice and clean. And then over here, obviously, put down another shroom light and a little carpet. Adds a little bit of light. I like it. And then for the final thing in this episode, that would be to change this map. I haven't changed in a while. We've actually finished the whole exterior, and we've finished the roof. We finished like most of the, you know, surrounding landscape in there. So that needs to be changed. Oop, I just hit it. So let's see what it looks like. And oh my gosh, yep. Look at all that progress. And then this area probably wouldn't show too much. Yeah, nothing at all. But look how much progress we've made to the castle. That looks great. Well, this episode's been fun. We finally got to start the interior after finishing the exterior in the last episode. I love this little spiral staircase we made up to like the 2nd floor balcony area with these different pillars and all that. This area has really come together. It's just a little bit of what this full kind of interior is going to be. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and remember, have a great day, a great week. Bye-bye.